Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to talk for a few minutes about Without a Crystal Ball being sued by 7M and Robert Shinn. This news just came out and we're going to talk about a recent live that she did, and then I will tell you guys what just happened about an hour ago. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so initially my plan was to react to this video with you, but I ended up just listening to it myself, and honestly, it was a lot to get through, and I don't want to waste almost an hour of your all's time. I took notes on kind of her most cringeworthy points, and we're going to go over that and then talk about what just happened, which is, oh boy, a lot. So the first thing she does is she brings up this 2017 email from Hannah Shinn, and it's to an unnamed party. First thing that I thought of when I saw this email, because Katie is a liar, that's proven, I thought, how do we know it's even real? How do we know that this isn't a doctored email that she put together? Because a lot of the vocabulary that she used was just very much in line with her narrative. It just really seemed like something that allegedly could have been created so that she had something as leverage and something that would fit her narrative. Again, that's just my opinion, but based on her history and constantly having to have something, her little thing that can fit into her narrative perfectly that comes from an anonymous source, I had a lot of questions about the email, but again, that's just me. Something else that she did recently, and it's worth noting, is that she released these lawsuit documents that were under a protective order. And I think that along with a lot of other things, is what landed us where we are today, where this lawsuit is on her doorstep. So that's just something else to kind of like keep in mind. She parent shamed Robert this entire live stream, and don't get me wrong, I'm not like a fan of Robert. I don't know him. But for her, of all people, to parent shame someone when she sits on her computer, her phone, or in front of her camera morning to night. This woman is constantly on Instagram Live, tweeting people and arguing with people, policing her YouTube comment section, making YouTube videos so that she can drag and defame her next person that she's going to talk about. So again, we see this all the time. It's just the hypocrisy. It's rich coming from her to try to parent shame anyone by saying that Robert's son had to go on social media to see his dad. Well, someone could say the same about you, Katie. Your son needs to go on Instagram or YouTube to see his mom. The way that she's handled this entire 7M situation has not been being an advocate. It's not being a journalist here to report on the story, as she said a while ago. This is bullying and harassment and spreading defamatory lies about other people. She deserves everything that is coming her way. She also wanted to slam Robert for asking his members to help him pay for his attorney's fees during his lawsuit. And again, I thought that that was really rich coming from her, considering that back when we were in the Tati and James Westbrook versus Katie Joy lawsuit, she would cry and satfish all over her channel to collect extra income to pay for her legal fees. And she would cry and say how she could lose her channel and her livelihood and all of this bullshit. So again, don't yell at people for doing the exact same thing that you've done on a public platform. Something else that she claimed is that Robert doesn't allow anyone to go to the doctor. Again, these types of claims with no evidence, no proof, nothing to back them up aside from saying that you have an anonymous source. Your truth and trust with anyone on the internet, aside from her stans who still just believe any word that she says, is demolished. So I don't believe anything that she ever says, point blank, period. Speaking of her followers that believe every word that she says, she did claim that she has a team that has been helping her expose this information. And I guess my question with her having a team would be, who in the world is helping Katie Joy do all of this bullshit that she does? Two things. Either it's a lie, just like a lot of other things, or two, she does have other people that are just as twisted as she is and willing to just dig up anything, even if it's under a protective order, even if it's something that is confidential and doesn't belong on the internet or on social media. So unless it's a couple people that are on her same wavelength, I think that it's just all her. But again, I could be wrong. You never know what to believe with this one. Last thing I want to mention about that live, just for shits and giggles, is that Todd was drinking non-alcoholic wine. Now, I found that to be really interesting. As soon as he was on camera, she automatically wanted to tell everyone how it was non-alcoholic wine. It just really made me laugh. In between that, and she was doing this shifty thing where she was looking to the left. I'll insert a little clip. It was so bizarre. This entire live, she seemed absolutely annihilated, and like she was using the word fuck like an 11-year-old girl would. And I just found the whole thing cringeworthy and not worth sitting through twice. And that's why I also saved you guys the annoyance of having to sit through it as well. But before I babble for too long, 1 hour ago, she posted that she received this lawsuit. It says, State of Minnesota, County of Wright, District Court, 10th Judicial District, case type civil, other miscellaneous. 7 Films Incorporated and Robert Shinn are the plaintiffs. Catherine Paulson, aka Katie Joy, and Without a Crystal Ball LLC are the defendants. It says, the plaintiff has started a lawsuit against you. The plaintiff's complaint against you is attached in this to this summons. Do not throw these papers away. They are official papers that affect your rights. You must respond to this lawsuit, even though it may not be filed yet with the court, and there may be no court file number on the summons. You must reply within 21 days to protect your rights. And her snarky little caption says, let's go. Discovery is about to get real, with the flame emoji. This is not filed in court. They have done pocket service, which avoids courts in Minnesota. We will vigorously defend the claims, and we will file countersuits against them for their pages smearing me. This will not stop the coverage of the situation. AKA, she's going to continue to dig her hole deeper and deeper. Just like we saw with the Tati thing, she did not know when to shut her trap. Just zip it. Sign offline, take a break. She doesn't know how. They are using Lydia's lawsuit against them as defamation made by me. Lydia also spoke to multiple media outlets. Additionally, they are using statements made by former members as comments I made. I don't know what attorney Robert Shinn has, but I'm pretty sure that he would not allow his client to go forward with this case if they were utilizing someone else's comments and saying that it was Katie Joy. I'm not an attorney, but that's just my quick opinion. And then she asked for people to send her screenshots of any disparaging comments. The next photo just goes over the defendant's social media presence, and it lists some of these accounts. She claims that some of them aren't hers, so on and so forth. Would you expect her to take accountability for anything that people might not know about? No. So either way, that's the deal for now. I want to get this video out for you guys super quick. To me, this is karma again. Now, I don't know if karma will play out this time. I have no clue because I can't tell the future. But I don't know when Katie will ever learn when to shut her mouth. Stop lying, stop harassing people, stop bullying people, stop being a menace on YouTube. I said this with the Tati lawsuit. Other commentary channels are not ending up in lawsuits because other commentary channels are not doing the menacing bullshit that Katie Joy does all the time. Last thing I want to say is if this moves forward, of course, I will cover it as I did the Tati lawsuit. Keep in mind, I'm not an attorney. There are attorneys here on YouTube that will also be covering this, assuming that it moves forward. But it's interesting to me. I know Katie a fair amount from watching so much of her content. But just keep in mind that I'm not an attorney. I'm not a know-it-all. But I think that it will be interesting to see how this unfolds. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.